It started quietly, too quietly. A city known for its noise, its flashing lights, its endless runway cameras, suddenly fell silent. Paris, the capital of fashion, stopped breathing for a second. Because when the name Jeon Jungkook appeared on that glittering screen, the whole room froze. Hello, K-pop lovers, welcome back to this channel. Tonight, we're diving into a story that feels like a dream. A moment when music, fashion, and destiny collided in one breathtaking heartbeat. Jungkook, a boy from Busan who once said he didn't even know what he wanted to be, has now become the name that shook the world's most prestigious stage. The World Fashion Show 2025, the very place where only legends walk, has officially announced Jungkook BTS as one of its global nominees. And the world just can't believe it. The news broke out like a spark in the dark. Social media platforms exploded within minutes. Armies couldn't stop crying, while the fashion industry whispered in awe. How could someone who began on a small stage in Korea end up here, in Paris? The answer lies not in fame, but in presence. Because Jungkook isn't just an idol anymore. He's a movement. A living proof that art can exist in any form. Even in the way he walks. Even in the way he breathes. It all started a few months ago, when Jungkook began to appear subtly in high fashion circuits. He wasn't loud. He wasn't chasing the spotlight. But the world couldn't stop watching him. The way he wore a simple black suit at Calvin Klein. The way his gaze pierced through the camera in GQ Korea. The effortless calm he carried during Paris Fashion Week. It wasn't just style. It was storytelling without words. Fashion critics began writing about the Jungkook effect. One headline read, "Not a model. Not just an idol. Here's the future of global fashion identity." And then, the day finally came. A golden envelope, a red carpet, and the flash of 1,000 cameras. Nominee for the World Fashion Show 2025. The announcer's voice trembled slightly. Jeon Jungkook, BTS. The audience gasped. Even celebrities in attendance stood up in disbelief. Paris fell silent again. Somewhere in that moment, the world seemed to pause, as if realizing they were witnessing history. A boy who once danced barefoot in a small practice room, now standing among the icons of the fashion world. The moment the news reached armies, the internet broke. Hashtags like #ProudOfJungkook and #WorldFashionJungkook trended within seconds. Fans shared videos, photos, and tears. One comment read, "I remember the boy who said he wasn't confident. Now the world calls him a fashion icon." Another fan simply wrote, "I've followed him since 2013, and today, I'm crying." And really, who wouldn't cry? Because this isn't just about awards. It's about a journey. A story of resilience, of patience, of quiet power. Let's go back a little. To the years when Jungkook was still the shy Maknae. He was never the loudest. He rarely spoke about his dreams in public. But in every performance, every stage, every gaze, you could see it. That quiet fire. He once said in an interview, "I want to show people who I am, not just as a singer, but as a person." And tonight, he's done exactly that. Without shouting, without trying to prove anything, he let his art, his aura, speak for him. Fashion insiders in Paris are now calling him the bridge between music and couture. Designers describe him as a natural-born muse who understands emotion, not just fabric. That's the difference. When Jungkook walks into a room, people don't just see clothes. They feel something. It's elegance without effort. It's softness with strength. It's confidence born from silence. And maybe that's why the world fell in love with him all over again. During the announcement night, fans outside the venue held banners under the rain. Some were crying. Some were smiling so wide they couldn't speak. Their voices trembled as they shouted, "Jeon Jungkook, we're proud of you." Inside, Jungkook stood in a perfectly tailored suit. Simple, clean, yet impossibly striking. He smiled that familiar shy smile, his eyes glistening under the spotlight. He didn't say much, just bowed deeply, and whispered, "Thank you." But in that single whisper, you could hear every sleepless night, every sacrifice, every drop of sweat from his journey. Paris, the city of art, stood still that night. And for the first time in a long time, the loudest sound was silence. The kind of silence that speaks louder than applause. Because everyone knew, they had just witnessed a turning point. Jungkook BTS, Not just the golden maknae anymore, but a symbol of modern artistry. After the ceremony, global headlines flooded in. Jungkook dominates Paris fashion. From stage to runway, the rise of an icon. Even international designers praised him, with one saying, "He's not wearing the brand. He is the brand." Luxury houses reportedly began offering him exclusive partnerships, and insiders hinted that Jungkook may soon debut a collaboration line inspired by his dual charm. The balance between softness and power. Back in Korea, fans gathered to celebrate. They played his solo songs, watched his old dance videos, and remembered how it all began. A boy with big eyes, a dream bigger than the world, and a heart that never gave up. It's funny, isn't it? How one moment can change everything. One announcement, one name, and suddenly, the world remembers why they fell in love with him in the first place. Because Jungkook doesn't just perform. He makes people feel. He reminds us that dreams, no matter how impossible, can be real if you never stop believing quietly. As the night ended in Paris, the city lights reflected on the Seine River. The stars seemed a little brighter, and somewhere in that silent beauty, a voice echoed softly. The voice of millions whispering in unison. Congratulations, Jungkook. Because tonight isn't just about fashion. It's about history. About a boy who became a legend. And a legend who continues to inspire the world. With nothing more than his pure, silent grace. So, what do you think, K-pop lovers? Did you ever imagine this moment would come? The boy who started from a small stage in Seoul, now standing tall in Paris, making even the world of haute couture bow in admiration. Let's celebrate him. Let's remember how far he's come. And let's wait for what comes next. Because something tells us, this is only the beginning. Purple Heart. This is Jeon Jungkook, a name that now lives not only in the music world, but in the very heart of global art.